Hello, Five Stones. My name is Dan Dries. I am your finance team coach and long-term Five Stones partner. The finance team thought it would be a great idea to pull up and just share a little bit about where we are. We're about middle of our fiscal year, which is always a good time to just do a check-in. In addition, I thought it would be good to maybe suggest some potential next steps. So let me just start though with an update. First of all, the church is doing great from a budget perspective. Halfway through the year, on budget or below on expenses, so your ministry team and staff is doing a great job. In addition, Stepping Stone's operating at full capacity and under budget, so great news there. We also finished our annual audit, finished that up in the fourth quarter. No minor or major items for us to address, so that's really the best and cleanest audit we've ever had. And last but not least, the Brighter Campaign Fund has now reached $1.14 million. If you'll remember, we have about $2.5 million in pledges. We've had some expenses already, but to have collected and have a balance of over $1.1 million when we're only 7, 8, 9 months into the process is awesome. There is one thing, however, that we wanted to share with you, and that has to do with our general fund. So if you don't know what the general fund is, that is the dollars that we use to actually operate the church, both here on campus and in the community, on a day-to-day basis. Year to date on our budget, we're off about 8% from last year. And that equates to about $150,000 gap to the actual expected giving for this year, 7 months into the budget season. Now, we know there's probably lots of reasons for this deficit. We know COVID has taken a toll on all of us. We know many have experienced job changes, maybe even job losses. We know that COVID's also taken a toll on just routines, and that means our giving routines. Last but not least, the church actually made some changes in the last several months to change our processor. So if you had a recurring gift set up through our website, there's been changes made to that. Whatever the reason, our next step is really to think about what we want to do forward, and that's going forward. And that's where I'd like you all to just maybe consider a potential next step for you. First of all, if you were a recurring giver or have been in the past and you haven't taken the time to go into the website and just re-register on our new system, would you consider going in and doing that? So you just go onto the Five Stones website, click on the generosity link, and it'll take you right. You can set it up and be up and running with your weekly or monthly recurring gift. Second, if you are a new partner, and great news, we have 75 new partner families that have joined Five Stones within just the last 6 months. If you're a new partner and you haven't yet set up your recurring general fund gift and giving, would you consider doing the same, going into the website, clicking on the generosity link, and setting that up? And then last but not least, if you've been attending, maybe even on the Five Stones Hang Five Challenge, and you just feel like that might be your next step, even ahead of being a partner, we'd ask you to consider that as well. Finally, one administrative item. If you're currently using a credit card or a debit card to deliver your recurring gift, would you consider switching that to a bank draft or an ACH debit? The church incurs about a 2% fee on all those gifts. In fact, some of the reason why we shifted our processor before was to save those processing fees. We saved about $20,000. We have a lot more we could save if we can move more to bank draft. So hopefully you could consider some of those as potential next steps, and I'll just end by saying thank you for your generosity and your consideration for those next steps.